Okay, actually, I have here Goal Italian translation. I just realized there. And instead, we are gonna work on the upgrade prompts. So some nagging pop up urging users to upgrade as the free trial, goes to an end. So how did you call it? Upgrade prompts. So let's update that. Excellent. And wrote a ticket previously about that. I don't know if we'll need some refinement, but we can start from this. And the first step is actually to create such prompt. And let's see what it says. Add nagging prompts and eventually hard blocking for free tiers users. Maybe this should be two tickets. I don't know. Or at least two pull requests. Who exceeded transaction limits using model dialogues based on the existing subscription status widget. Okay, so what that means is if I start the app, main dot, and I hit run, and it's running on Pixel 8, which is there, the emulator. Hit run, and while we wait for that, I resize the window so it kind of fits like that. Okay, and can keep on the source code in. Right, so this will take a while to start. While we do that, can you keep on reading? The third-tier user can continue creating transaction indefinitely without being prompted to upgrade. So I want to do a free tier that is not based on a time limit, but on a use limit. So in the budget app, whenever you add an expense, that's what I call a transaction. And so I thought you can do 180 of those, so you have a fair trial. After which you'll be blocked, but along the way, maybe every 10, you will be gently reminded about the possibility to upgrade. Of course, you can do dismiss to continue with your evaluation if you like it or not. So in here, I was thinking to get this exact same card and take it as a pop-up. So that's called the subscription status card, which is defined here. It does change between premium or not. Of course, if you are premium, there won't be any nagging, so we'll just show the free card. Maybe, maybe it's better to split this in two, so we have the free card status. Well, there should be always the subscription status, because this will show one or the other. But then when we put that in a model, it should be only the free card. There is no point of encapsulating the premium one. So let's start with this. So the idea is to show that prompt every 10 transactions. There's an example, 10 until 180. And at 180, it's a hard wall, or maybe, not hard. You can still dismiss it, but um, you can't actually create a transaction. Maybe let's clarify that. To upgrade prompts, yeah, all the way, every train transaction. Okay, let's remove that. And then at 180 plus transactions, so maybe from 181 transaction, the transaction itself can't be created anymore if you're not premium, of course. And also that the nagging will be always if you're not premium, maybe obvious for me, but to upgrade problems, yeah, I think if n- free user for free users. Uh, okay. If you are a free user, let's keep the same. Then use subscription status. Yeah. Uh, Allow transactions. Dismiss button. Yeah, like in other models. Okay, and then hard blocking. Ah, okay, it's written there. That's a naggy. Block every new transaction. Okay, it's already there. No need to say again. Must upgrade continues using the app. Graceful error handling with clear upgrade path. Well, yes, it's okay. It's there. The button. Now it's in Italian, by the way. But um, I have to add here the language selection. Uh, and I got English version as well and Thai version. Um, Integration points, transaction creation screen. Okay, when you create a transaction, you can always edit transaction no matter how many you have. Block add count includes all transaction, but non allocation. Yeah, that's just select count on the transact table. Hard block. Yep. Frequency logic every 10 transaction after. No, that is wrong. Use existing transaction count subscription status dot logic. Yeah, so the transaction is already here. 2 of 180 in this example. Um, okay, current upgrade CTA. Okay. Acceptance criteria. Creator usable model, implement transaction, attend transaction frequent logic, block transaction when over 180, include this button for upgrade prompts. Test the premium user, never see upgraded prompts, correct? Verify offline blocking works. Yeah. Ensure budget. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's kind of obvious, but I don't know why. Ensure budget allocation. We have to include all of that. I'm not counting transaction limit and transaction count logic. Mm-hmm. Okay, we already have program our divider. Okay. Okay, and then we have this variable, which is 180 currently. We can tweak to whatever we like. Block points, add transaction page, no user input is lost to early blocking. Mm. Model behavior, oh my God. I don't know, this is way too much. Testing strategy, okay, safe. All right, so let's give this in as a meal to GLM. Let's put this in. So we got here GLM. Let's start a new session. Let's check NCU upgrades. I don't think there are any, but yeah, just good practice. Now we start Cloud, which is linked to GLM. Okay. GLM 4.6. Okay, so we tell start reading ticket 463. Okay. Read ticket or GitHub ticket 463 and create a new branch for it. Don't start any work. Okay. It's reading. Okay, already ready. Keeps creating a branch. Starting work. Yes. Did I give contradictory instructions? Yeah, what I meant is don't change any files, just create the branch. I think that's That's okay. Okay, right. Create a new branch. Transaction upgrade prompts. I will need more than one branch for this ticket, most probably. But let's start from there. Yeah, phase one, phase two, they are very big phases. Let's start with a very, very, very small thing. So, okay, check subscription status. Uh, um, I think we want to create a model with this content. However, it would make sense to start with a refactoring, pulling out the premium card, the premium card, and the free card. Not the loading can stay there. Uh, well, we're gonna see that because maybe we need to reuse the loading too. Let's see how complex it is. Maybe it's just a spinner. Yeah, it's still a card. Yeah, I would say that pulling out the cards as separate components and files, loading card, premium card, and the free card. This is because the model will wrap, so to speak, the loading card and free card, but not premium. Let's talk about the alternative. We could wrap the subscription status card directly as an alternative, right? Mm. And actually, let's not say what is better. Let's ask, what do you think? Actually, and those two approaches are not even in contradiction because you can still pull out those cards and still use the global card anyway. Let's start to um, evaluate these approaches first. And then the next step will be to create the model itself, dismissible model. Okay, GLM. Okay. The user is asking me to look at the subscription Dart, which he did, and consider whether to create a model with this content. They suggesting a refactoring approach where we pull out the cards as separate components, loading, premium, and free card. The model would wrap the loading card and free card, but not premium. Alternatively, we could wrap the subscription status card directly. Yep. They want my opinion on this approach. Looking at the code, I can see that subscription card status widget currently has a main build method that delegates to different cards builder based on state as a build loading card and premium card and build free card method. Okay, use profile card as a wrapper for all of these three different states, correct? Contains logic for displaying subscription information, transaction count, and so on. The content we are not even interested at this stage, but anyway, that's true. For model implementation based on the issue requirements, We need to show upgrade prompts for user, premium users. The model should be disappear in phase one, but not in phase two. I disagree with that, but maybe I can point that out now. We need to use the subscription status content. The refactoring approach makes sense because it would allow us to reuse the free card content in a model context. Premium users don't need to see anymore. This was just thinking. Anyway, it's very relevant. So we don't see drop content separating the cards. And actually, let's take it slow, there is no rush. Um, we could potentially use the same component in different contexts. Subscription status is excellent. Okay, looking at subscription status file, I can see it's well structured with separate method for building different card types. The user is suggesting, okay, reusability, separation of concern, modal flexibility, testing, maintenance. Yeah, okay, I'm just skimming that. This seems a solid architectural approach that aligns well with the issue requirements. Okay. Um, clean separate. Okay. Uh, oh, structure. Yeah, subscription status. Okay, I agree with this. Um, and then model integration. Okay, we could wrap your approach is more target performance conscious. Refactoring. Okay, let's do this refactoring. Okay, I agree with almost everything you said. Let's start with this uh, with this refactoring. Okay, and let's explain what I don't agree, which was just that sentence about the hard blocking. The point I disagree with you is this one. The models will always be dismissible. Um, However, the difference is that um, we won't let the user create new transactions. Mm, This can be done, for example, um, by disabling the not disabling, but by having the, I think it's the add button. Let's go check. So I say things correctly. So when you create a transaction here, it's in Italian. Yeah, it's add in English. It's having the. I need to change. We need to do this feature to change the language. The add button always opening the pop up and not creating the transaction. Okay. While if the limit is not reached yet, um, tapping on the add button will show the pop-up only the first time. But, there are various ways in which we can implement this. This is my suggestion, and will not show it anymore the second time. Okay. Yeah, said two things. One is go ahead with the refactoring. Uh, yeah, let me correct my understanding. I'm gonna say also to update the ticket. If that was not clear, that's what I got from the ticket. Actually, it wasn't not even written in the ticket, this detail. We actually show the pop-up. I just thought about it now, to be honest. Yeah. Let's wait for the reply. Thinking about it. Oh, okay. Um, You're absolutely right, like always. Your approach is much more user-friendly, makes perfect sense. User experience, always dismissible model, respect user autonomy while still providing upgrading encouragement. Frequency, show once then block approach, provide event snagging while maintaining the upgrade front. Um, Blocking the add button is cleaner than blocking the page access and prevents user data loss. Your approach is much more user-friendly and practical. Uh, Actually, the alternative, okay, let's discuss the alternative. Let's discuss an alternative. We can show the model when due, when the user opens the add expense page, screen, better, and that prompt will be dismissible uh, if the transaction limit is not reached. Actually, always it will be dismissible. Full stop. Always dismissible. If the transaction limit is not reached yet, um, it will be possible to create the transaction and click tap here and tap on the add button normally. Yeah, that's the normal flow. If the transaction limit is exceeded, it's kind of forget the case equal, but is not exceeded, then to be clear, if it's not exceeded yet, if it's exceeded, it will show the pop-up after dismissing. Yeah, okay. You show the pop-up the model. Um, the user can dismiss it, and for example, they can go back to check the rest of the app. But if they tap on add button, all they get is again the model. What do you think, still dismissible, of course, about this different approach? Another idea. Let's evaluate the ideas before going crazy implementing them. I like this more. Let's see the opinion of GLM on it. The reason why I like this more is because we block the user before they inserted any data at all. Because if they start to fill all the data and then they are blocked, I think it'll be annoying. It is annoying, maybe without a little bit. And it's annoying to be blocked in any case. That's kind of the point, to provide some pain. So if there is at least one user that will eventually upgrade. Okay, taking some time. Here you go. We started already 24 5 prompts because we started before. Yeah, Now it's 5 hours window. Now we're almost at the end of the window. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's exactly my words. I like this alternative approach much better. It's more elegant and it follow a clearer user journey. Phase one, every 10 transaction of a limited model shows when user opens. I have to slow down. At the expense screen, user can dismiss and continue create transaction normally, only show the currencies at frequency threshold over 180 shows when open the screen. User can dismiss but returns to, that's yeah. That's not what I said, but that makes sense too. And maybe this is a better idea. I can accept that. So it prevents the user from filling up the form. Yeah, this is better than my idea. Very close. It was a misunderstanding, but it's a good misunderstanding. Yeah, I agree with that. Approach is better. Okay. Clear intent, better context, consistent flow, cleaner state. Yeah, this is not so. Single checkpoint. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah. Before that, can you update the ticket with uh, with this? I don't know how to put it better now. What if we do one PR just for the refactoring, then take a break, then I make another stream just for the next step. All right, it's updating the ticket. Let's trust it because I don't want to read it here. I want to read it in the browser. Hold on, where is it? I think this is just created a file. No, edit body. So it should be already here. Yeah, yeah, it's already updated with this. I like it. I like it. So it was worth, spending some time to refine the ticket. And I didn't even know that. Um, yeah. Yes, you can begin now. Yeah, it was worth spending some extra time to refine the idea. It was not fully formed yet because we know we wanted to show a model every X transactions, but not exactly when we will show that model. If it was on the add button press, which I thought there was a thought initially, or opening the page itself. And in theory, you would put this also on add income page because that's also a transaction. In practice, those are infrequent, so it doesn't really matter. So what was created? Oh, that's weird because it's the first time we have a subfolder. These are all two levels. Okay, maybe it makes sense because we start to be big. Let's go along with this. It's quite a complex screen. There are a lot going on. Mhm. Okay, let's try to use the space we have a little bit better because We are gonna see a lot of text now. Oh yeah, less than expected because this is the loading card, yeah, which is mostly empty. Makes sense. All right. The loading card is pretty simple. There is this profile card, which is the card around, the actual card appearance, and then which is just wrapping um, a circular progress indicator with some space. It's very simple. Okay. So what is theme used for? For the color. Okay. Let's agree with that. As good as it gets. Stateless widget correctly. Yeah, we're using very little. Again, I have to praise, ZAI, um, how do you call it? The light plan, which is only $9 per quarter, which renews at 18. But and it says light usage, but if for one person, yeah, probably not for a team, but for one person, even if you use it very heavily, it's like more than enough. And it's so cheap. Okay, so here we got a premium subscription card. That's not the one that we'll embed. It's again stateless widget. And it's basically the build premium method, put in a separate component. Mm. We're gonna try to avoid coding styles like that. We got a themes class. I guess that was already there, and it's not an improvement for now. We just want to do a pure refactoring initially. Keep it simple as possible, a little step. Okay, so now, okay, it needs purchase configure. Uh, yeah, I don't know if there was a mistake, but yeah, it's the same thing, this premium and this constant, but of course, using the constant is a much better idea. So that slipped perhaps. Well, I don't know if it was created now, is my mistake. It was okay, correct. Yeah, I don't know. And we can check, uh, looking at the previous code, it's not been deleted yet. Ah, not even there, so I don't know. Was it deleted? Build premium card. Yeah, that's a pre-card, pre-subscription card. Okay, again, I have plenty of fonts. Just code it. That's not good, but and that's the last card. We just have to reassemble them in the subscription, then run the test, check that everything works, look at the appearance here, reload the app in the emulator. Let's just wait for it. Okay. Right, cleanup of the imports in the original subscription status. Subscription status should become very small. Yeah, I guess maybe remove too many imports and we're gonna see now. Okay, and that's where instead of the method, we're using the components. Uh, yeah, we're removing those because they're not needed anymore. Okay, now we are using the components. So subscription card should be very small. Subscription status, yeah. Right, and the cleanup didn't happen yet, but basically we can delete everything else. So subscription status will just be this method, this build method. Let's wait for the AI to catch up. Okay, there you go. Delete everything. And as expected, yeah, there is still an import to clean up. I'm not touching any code right now because I don't want to confuse the AI, so let's wait for it to finish. Otherwise, we clean up the import ourselves or myself. Get some water while we wait. Oh yeah, this the refactoring is done mostly. We just have to test it a little bit. Now we got here this subscription folder in which we have the three cards. Okay, again, we have to clean up the imports a little bit, but okay. Yeah, they already ran the analyzer and figure out of that import, so just wait for the cleanup, and then we are done. Mm. Mm-hmm. Let me check it in the meantime. Mm. The test. I remove the imports. Yeah. Let's commit and push. And create a PR, review the PR. And then it's clearly refactoring PR. Test. Should pass, but yeah, let's wait for it to confirm. Okay, pass. Test passing. as expected. We didn't do any big change. All right. Um, Commit and push and create a PR. We will start to review and merge only this bit. Man, okay, I think it's slower than usual. Ooh, I got a failed build unrelated to this. I just restarted it. I think it just got a timeout or something. Let's see. Right. So what thing? Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Add. Yep. It's a refactoring only. So being so focused should be very easy to review. Still, we moved around a little bit of code, so it's better to have a close look because so far I saw, yeah, from the readme output for the output in the terminal, I meant to say. From the output in the terminal, it all made sense, but I did not look too closely at the details, and the details matter. So, and I think we're gonna see them better in the PR. They're just slower today, yeah? Mhm. Maybe not, I'm not patient anymore. Because in the beginning, you're more patient because it's all like a miracle. And then you get used to it and you're less patient. It's just human nature, maybe. Okay, pushing and next upgrade pull. I like that. This is so good. It's like show me the to-do list, including the next step. Even though sometimes it's detached from what actually doing. Not in this case, but sometimes when you steer it in another direction, it still output the previous to do, even though you realize that's not what's gonna do. Okay, I was pushing. We authorize the operation. There you go, pushed already. Now create a PR. There you go. PR create. It says create a loading component, subscription, premium and free. We upgrade the main card to use those components. And now, if I reload this page, there is the PR, the build started, and we can start to give a look. Yeah, because it's already, 380 lines because we just moved some code around, but Okay. So these are the new components. Now, very difficult yet to. There are a couple of things I want to check. One is for the premium hard-coded string is not there anymore anywhere. Yeah, and the other one was premium ID. I think it was. I don't see it anymore. Okay, so let's. This is the free card. Yeah, there is this fonts I don't like, but I want to keep this a pure refactoring. Alright, and here we use the components. Only the loading can be a constant component because the other, have data exchange. Okay. So we wait for the build, but also let's try the app. So I'm gonna do a full reload, and we should see absolutely no changes there. Yeah, it's exactly as before, so that's fantastic. So we wait for the build. Oh, this is the one that yeah, I don't know what's happening here. It's just much slower than you. 5 minutes? It used to take 1 minute for the whole job. For the whole job, yeah, this job, particular job. And now 5 minutes and it's still running. I don't know why. Um, and here, yeah, also slow. But this will take like 20 minutes, so it's a good idea to stop the stream here, take a good break, and then go to the next step after it's merged. And hopefully CI will come out clean, so I can just merge it. Okay, bye, thanks. Bye bye.